Hey folks, welcome back to another HP Gaming GameLINK video. Today we've got something extra special for you. We are getting into another mini unboxing of an expansion. And today we are going to be stalking a cabin. We're going to be going through and trying to scare some teenagers and be all sorts of monstery creatures as we unbox Monster Slaughter Underground. Oh yes, it's gonna be spooky, spooky, spooky. I'm kidding. Welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, and you should by now, my name is Matt, and this is my junior gamer, Charlotte, the spooky, ghouly Charlotte. And we are here today to unbox an expansion for one of our favourite games. A lot of the time when it's just me and Charlotte, we do break this one out and go for it. The different playability, the different families and things as well.
And you try to win me and beat me.
I know, but how many times do I have to go through this? Usually, because it's a dice rolling game, 9 times out of 10, I think Charlotte has won, and it is usually...
Because Daddy's dice rolling is bad.
Yes, my dice rolling is bad, but that's okay. As I mentioned at the outset, we are getting into Monster Slaughter Underground, which is the follow-up to Ankama Games Monster Slaughter.
Yes, and Daddy's told me a little bit sneaky.
A little bit about it, but that's okay. So this one here is technically for 14 plus. However, we have modified the story when we explain it to Charlotte. Look, she's beyond her years in terms of games. I think that's evident enough.
And I'm really smart.
You are. Well, all right, don't put tickets on yourself. So Monster Slaughter Underground is designed to play in about an hour to 90 minutes, depending on the player count. 2 to 5 players as per the base game, but it brings to you a plethora of new content and one particular upgrade I'm very excited about. Oh, well, you have to wait and see, won't you? One particular upgrade I'm very excited about, purely because they added it into the campaign at the request of all of their backers for the original game. And yeah, I'll explain a bit more about that when we get to it. The game also comes with another interesting mechanic, which is similar to the base game, in that part of the box is actually part of the board for what we're going to be looking at today. So without further ado, I'm going to get my trusty pocket knife. I'm going to mutter an incantation, some sort of evil ritual. We're going to summon some monsters and let them wreak havoc upon the world. Isn't that right, Charlotte? Let's get into it.
Let's get the rule book out.
As it says here, we're going to tear into the first expansion. Hang on, we can't get the rule book out yet. You know why?
Why?
You know what we have to do? Please stop a minute. We have to... Where's that go?
Oh, look.
The plastic always goes on the floor.
Yeah.
Now, there is a little something on the back here that I'm holding secret, hidden away, because the bottom of the box isn't the bottom of the box. The bottom of the box is the bottom of the board. So there's just an inlay that I'm holding onto at the moment. Artwork on the box is fantastic. I'm pretty excited.
There's a new monster.
There's a new monster? I don't think there's a new monster. I think you'll find there's other minis in here. This is one of these games where there's no new monsters in this one. But there are a few new somethings that we'll talk about when we get into it. So I think we've waited long enough. The people that we want to try and defeat. We're going to get into it. We're going to get in close and show you what's in the basement. All right, I've just said to Charlotte, are you ready? And she's gone, oh yes, I'm so ready. She's a bit excited, and that's, fair enough. Monster Slaughter, you are a monster in general. There it is. Look at that. It's so good. So good.
Look, there's like a...
That's one of the maniac guys with the chainsaw, and then you've got the little gremlin dudes, the ghosts are in there, the clowns are getting crushed under these guys here, some of the vampire, that's a vampiress, because in the Monster Slaughter base game, you've got a family of monsters, so mum monster, dad monster, and a kid monster, and you use those to move around the cabin and cause all sorts of trouble. But look, I talked about it enough. Chances are, if you're watching this, you have played the base game and know a little bit about it. So I'll go over some of the aspects that might relate to the content here in the box, one in particular that I mentioned at the outset. But for the most part, this is all about seeing what's in here and what's new and what Ankama have brought to what is already a fabulous game. So here we go. We're going to unbox this one to reveal. Hang on, don't want to shake it and don't want to drop it because this is, oh my gosh, it's very tight. Here we go. So there is a lot of stuff in here for, yeah, Sorry, I'm a bit excited because I know what's in there too. Okay, let's put this to the side, just up over here for now. So these guys don't just include rule books, they include scenarios as well. So different play modes, different scenarios you can set up and play through.
Wrench.
I know the wrench is being thrown through. Then you've got the different Monster Slaughter Underground, because Underground is part of a secret organization that hunts the monsters that are at play.
We'll get to the underground later.
I know, all the different components. I know, I'm going to skip that page. It says new special rules set up. You'll see here there's a token that you actually place on the main board to link into the basement, so you can actually go into the basement. Extra bonus actions and things as well. Different rule sets, different movements, different component descriptions,
So you don't just
different
play
scenarios.
with the basement itself, you play with both the boards, you stack them on.
Yes, and if you use the exclusive toolshed expansion, you'll have the base board, then the basement board, and then the toolshed set up. So you need a lot of room on your table. Lucky we've got a much bigger table now.
Last we had a really small table, so that's why we got a new table.
So there's 5 different scenarios in this one that's specific. That's the cop from the base game. So yeah, different scenarios across the board, which is awesome.
With the head.
All right, that's the rule book, which is pretty straightforward. Also scenarios in there too, which is fantastic. Oh, this is cool. So this is like a player aid. This is something that was missing from the base game, because this one, you had a lot of going back and forth between the rule books, working out who has bonuses against what monsters, etc. as well. Remember how you had to keep swapping through the rule books to remember, depending on which monsters you're playing? Whereas this one here references straight up the player aid. So you've got the aliens, they get one turn, one free smash action on the first turn, extra die for the attack action, once per turn, one free move, once per turn peek for free, etc. Go through walls, they get to play last because they're ghosts, all on one piece of paper, which is fantastic. And then all the different party guests, all their different bonuses, one reaction die, rerolls, one failure. Oh, so good. Yeah, and these guys here are purple for a very good reason. Because they're new. And then you've got the game turns, reference how it works, end of games, what you do, what not to forget, common rules that are misplaced. We love it. We love it, we love it, we love it. All right, what have we got in here? This is a bit of cardboard. That's not important. We'll get rid of that. Tokens, tokens, tokens.
Look, the new people.
I know, so we'll talk about all these different components here. This is a weapons chest, which gets placed in the basement. If you open the weapons chest, or if your party guests open the weapons chest, they may find this bad boy, which is a weapons turret that has, I think, a strength of 3. There's a 9 o'clock hour marker instead of 8 o'clock. Stairs out of the basement. Looks like extra components for different scenarios. Looks like some weapon... life counters for the turret, etc. There is the basement add-on for the baseboard, so you can get downstairs into the basement if you're running around outside. And then you've got the life point markers for Agent S and Agent P, not because they're salt and pepper. Maybe they are Agent Salt, Agent Pepper, maybe, who knows. And then you've got the tokens here, which I believe are for your favourite meal. So if you select one of these guys as your favourite meal and you're the one that lands the killing blow, you will score 5 bonus points, which is awesome. And then you've got a shield as well at the end of the game, that's right. So if I look at these, they should have a target icon on them. Yep, little M symbol, which is awesome. And then you've got here...
They popped out one of the keys.
So nice thick chipboard again. Component quality is great. These guys have spared no expense, which is really fantastic. We'll put those to the side. We'll punch those out later. Oh, P for punch. So what's the S mean? Slap. Punch and slap. All right, then we've got here, let's see.
Let's get that out.
Yeah, we've got that. We've got the cards. Look, we've already exposed them, so we might as well do that now. These are the new minis. So these are the new party guests, and they're in a slightly different wash than the original material. Charlotte there has got the machine gun turret, which is very cool. That's the turret that's pictured thus. So if that comes onto the board and you are part of the monster family, look out. It's, we're throwing it around. Excuse me for the loud noise. So that's the wheels there. That's, that means business.
Yeah, we
wow.
need to get that to defeat the salt and pepper.
I would like to think if you are the monster family and you take control of this, you can do some serious damage, but you've got to get to it first. That's the trick. We'll pop that over
I
there.
think pepper is for punch and so is for salting.
Saluting, maybe, we'll see. Now this looks like this is Pepper here. And he's got his cool shield, which is awesome. The shield's actually not attached to the base. It's all one, several pieces. The sculpt is really good too. If I can get in close, there we go. Hopefully there's enough light so you can see what is going on here with these guys. He's got like a sawn-off pistol shotgun thing. Look at all the body armor. Look at all the packs on this guy's back. Grenades. My God, how much life are these guys on? We'll find out when we go through the cards. And then you got S.
And look.
Now he doesn't have a shield. He's just meaning business. He's got all the packs as well. Got all sorts of stuff. Nice big rifle, sniper rifle. He's like literally running at the monsters. He's got no fear whatsoever.
No, he's brave.
Oh, look at that, Charlotte. There's a knife there, look. He's got a little bayonet knife thing, and he's got a grenade as well. Is it a grenade?
Look, a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, so he can stay in touch with his compatriots as well. Yeah, they mean business. Serious business. We're going to get to this box later. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. Let's have a look and see what the cards is. Now, leave that there for now, Charlotte, if you don't mind. We're going to go through these ones first. Now, we have played quite a bit of Monster Slaughter in our time, haven't we?
Yeah, but not a lot of games.
Oh, we have played quite a few games of Monster Slaughter, but what I would like you to tell everybody is who your favourite monster family is.
Well,
which one do you like, Yvonne?
Played the Gremlins, and they have more than 3. So
Yeah, how many are in the Gremlins? 5 altogether. A couple of games with Charlotte was the Gremlin dudes.
No, one. Yeah, the last game.
Yeah, you ran away with it, didn't you? Really quite nasty.
Yeah, so they had they had 7, I think.
I don't know. There are 5 total, but you ran away with it quite a bit. There's individual cards that are specific to this expansion, as you can see by the backs here. So these are different events, I think, for different scenarios. The backs of the cards for the base game just have Monster Slaughter and a blue backing, and you reveal one of those per round, and different events happen. So these are different events based on the player count. It's worth 4 to 3 points, like a victory card.
This monster
May perform 1 extra action on each turn, which is great. So if you've only got 1 or 2 actions, 2 actions if you're the parents and 3 if you're the kid, 1 extra action will allow you to do a lot of damage. Yeah, I think you have to wipe out one of the thing. This monster's one of the things. So there's lots of different extras. Extra die for searching, extra die for attack.
There's more than these.
Ouch. And they're also worth points as well, depending on. I wonder if that's depending on player count. Who knows? You can now have up to 9 cards in your hand instead of 7. Ouch. Cool, none of the monsters in your family can be affected by traps. Now, these are specific basement cards, perhaps. Yep. Faulty sump pump, basement flooding, storm, radio. So these are hidden cards. Trapdoors, toxic gas leaks, smells like monster spirit. That is awesome. Mutations. So you can mutate your monsters in this expansion as well.
Make them smell like...
Let's not even go there. Okay, so that's the standard Monster Slaughter backgrounds for the nocturnal events. It came from the basement. Draw a basement event, play it immediately. Put the 2 MSUG agents miniatures in the basement.
Team.
MSUG response team. Pick a surprise visitor and put their miniature in the living room. Add their cubes, cards, and markers like you did for party guests. They stay and play until they die or until the end of the game. This card will bring not 1, not 2, but 3 miniatures back into the game, and you've already got 5 party guests, a total of 8 miniatures, plus potentially this bad boy as well. So that is quite a lethal card to bring in. I like that. That would make for some absolute chaos. That's good. We like Charlotte, we like chaos.
Yeah, but...
So these cards add into the search decks for all the different rooms. There's going to be all sorts of goodies and things in here that we can find. If we look through here, there is the K1 Boo turret. Put the turret token trap side up into one of the zones in the game. So that doesn't mean it's necessarily in the basement. It could be anywhere. Nothing here. Mighty Meat. You may consume up to 2 flesh tokens to perform 1 extra action this turn. Family time. Get out. stubborn. Now, if I go through these too quickly, you can, of course, pause the video and have a look and read those in your leisure. Immediately move your mother one zone closer to your child. This is mine now. Discretion. And then the big turret as well. And we've got some more. Now, this is going to be referencing, some of these are going to be our guests as well. So we'll talk about those. So this is Agent S. He has 5 hit points. He gets 1 reaction die. He can't be scared. And he fights back. Each monster in the room rolls 1 die and discards 1 token if they roll a failure. So he can actually cost you points. Ouch. Get rid of him, quick sticks. And then you've got P, who has 4 hit points, but Agent P's ability can't be scared. -1 injury per attack. If he dies, he drops his shield and it can be picked up by other victims, which means this fella here can provide other party guests with shields. Then you've got grenades. You've got a submachine gun, a double barrel shotgun. Oh no, single barrel shotgun? Yeah, single barrel shotgun. Night vision goggles, flare. Looks like a fire extinguisher, chains to barricade the door. Yes, darling?
There's not just one side there.
I know, there's 2. It looks like one has 10, so there's different scenarios for the turret. Bolt cutters, what is that, a blowtorch? Ugh, meat distraction, lovely. Tasers, broken bottles, medical supplies, blood pack. So if you get the blood pack and you're a vampire, you'll get 2 hit points or 2 point tokens into the game, or it's worth +3 to a hero that's left in the game. Magic mushrooms, siren helmets. Yeah, we'll talk about salt and pepper in a minute. Disguises, abnormal brains, fan blades and motors, electrocution, and then we've got salt and pepper. Now, Charlotte has pointed out that the token for the K1 Boo turret has 3 on there, but on this side it's got 10, so it must be, depending on the situation, how it all sort of works and breaks down.
These ones are
The tokens for the health of that turret, that's
look,
right.
The little ones are different from these ones.
I know, because they're the other markers, which is cool. So these ones are for each individual player, and these are for the board to let you know how much health each character on and which cube relates to their health points. But there is something else we're going to look at. So let's have a look at this one here. We're going to take the insert out. Just that's for where everything goes. And we're going to take this one out here because that's pretty important. This is the actual basement itself. So you see you've got the stairs coming in here into the basement, and then obviously you've got the actual board. Oh, toxic goo. So that's obviously for the scenario. What gets me is this is the base of the box. They could have just done without it and put a board in, but they've put this in, and the detail, not just on the actual board itself, the actual outside of the board, the detail they've gone to with this is just cool. Like, they've literally put all the bits and pieces. You guys got there's a shovel here, cobwebs and things which are totally unnecessary, and the actual board itself, you've got these details like a computer system. They've got recordings a la Evil Dead Necronomicon. You've got the fire extinguisher, the bolt cutters which feature chains. You've got the toxic waste. You've got machinery pumps for flooding everything. Over here you've got like a little radio station set up with a coffee machine. There's even like a little sub basement thing here, which kind of could be scary as well. Yeah, that sounds a bit creepy, doesn't it? And on the back of this one, it's got the Monster Slaughter Underground bit with the gremlin looking in. So this is like the roof of looking at the roof of the basement, which is cool. And even around the outside of the box, like you've got bones and things, dirt beneath the basement. You've got what looks like toxic waste, which is on the side of the board that has the toxic waste on it. So it's buried here. Then you've got more bones, more toxic waste. And the stairs are actually on the right side as well. The detail for this is amazing. It's so good. I know, that's all the extra bits. The toxic waste looks like it's for a scenario. But this is what I wanted to talk about. Let's just move the board out of the way here because we want to get into these. One of the problems, probably the only problem with the actual base game of Monster Slaughter, there was one specific component which had a lot of problems with it. In fact, we've busted, 3 or 4 of them? Can you remember what the problem was?
No.
The problem with those, with the base game, was that the board for the base game has the walls, and the walls have little sections cut out which you cover over with doors, and then as monsters, if you smash through the door, you remove the token, you've got a jagged cutout of a wall. And Charlotte's just realised what we're talking about. So those cardboard components for the doors were very flimsy and broke apart quite a bit. We've damaged 3 of them. They're still functional, but they're quite loose and very, very flimsy and dangerous. So what they've decided to do in this, these are, you are just all about the spoilers today, aren't you? These are special upgrades for your barricades and door components for the game.
So
now, I've done something very naughty there. I always cut
barricades
away.
and doors?
They're upgrades, I'll show you. Let's have a look here. So you can see here they've packaged it up nice and easy. It's fantastic. Let's have a look here. Charlotte's excited. Now we've got here, I know, check it out. So these are the new wooden barricades.
They're like game.
So these ones, so you can see here they've got the split for the components, and there's the rim there, and they would slip on. So you would lock them in place on side of the wall. But these, the other ones, they just had like a little bit of cardboard there, and they were very breakable. That's right. They sit quite nicely and they slide along, which is fantastic. So these ones here are barricades, and they look awesome. They've got a nice...
Look,
they're quite strong, and they're also a bit transparent as well. I don't know if you can see my hand through there. So we've got all the barricades. There should be 4 barricades. They've got quite a bit of weight to them as well, which is awesome.
There's more barricades.
I think there is too. I think, hang on. Just calm down. I know you're excited. I'm excited. This is one of the things I'm most excited about. And then under here, we have more doors.
More barricades.
So no. So these are doors, these ones here. So these are doors.
They look the same.
They are all the same. They're the doors. And then
when
there's crazy monsters happening, you get the barricades. And the barricades are a bit more sturdy. They can't be removed by monsters smashing through them. So you can see they're chained up. Look at that. It's so good. I love it. So that's one of the doors there, and that's one of the barricades. But they are much more durable than the flimsy cardboard components, and add just an extra 3D element to what is already a fantastic 3-dimensional game. Very, very, very cool indeed. So 5 barricades, 9 doors, and a partridge in a pear tree. No, not a partridge in a pear tree? No, am I being silly?
Yes.
But that's pretty much all there is to it for Monster Slaughter Underground.
We're going to get into it now.
I think Charlotte wants to start playing immediately, which is great. That's what we want to hear. We are going to get some of this out of the way. That's all there is for the components in the box. We'll come back out and give you some final thoughts and talk about what we're going to do as we open the box and move forward. Here we go. We love it. We love it. We haven't even played it yet, but we love it. I think, I don't know, something about Monster Slaughter appeals to both the junior gamer in me, the teenager in me, and also the horror fan as well. It's all well and good to hear about these teenagers going into the cabin in the woods. It's a total another thing to be the monsters or the things that are stalking them in the cabin in the woods, which is awesome. Yes.
I wish I could be the teenagers and I could just splinter off of the monsters.
You know what?
What?
Maybe that's going to be another expansion. You should write to Ankama and say, hey, can we have a module where someone can play as the teenagers or as the party guests and everyone else plays as the monsters, or one versus the many mechanic?
But Dad...
That would be awesome.
But
yes.
That's not fair. I get so many and you can only get 3 monsters.
Yes, but if it's a team game and there's multiple monster families... No. Oh... You get 5 to 8 party guests, and I get every monster family for 5 players.
No, you maybe get maybe you only get 2 monster families.
Oh, that would be cool. Ankama, if you watch this, maybe there would be a good idea to add a module where you can have one person take over the party guests and the rest of the players take on monster families. That would be amazing.
We don't need a box to do that. We can do it our own.
Maybe we can. We'll have a look and see if we can develop a module for that. Why not? Why not? Ankama's not the boss of us. Plus, Charlotte just wants to take the fight to the monsters, I think, and get her revenge. Usually, you're the bad person. Usually, I like to be the bad guys. When we play Star Wars Destiny, she wants to be the Empire. Who knows? Who knows? Whatever goes on in Charlotte's little mind, I am raising a monster of my own.
I can't believe I bet you at that. I mean, beat you.
Yeah, I know. And dice rolling. That's what it comes down to, dice rolling.
I bet you at
Fossilis. Yes, we know about Fossilis. It's gone a bit viral. It's a bit crazy. Monster Slaughter Underground, the expansion, first expansion for what is already a great game, adds a lot of new content. I'm very excited to take this out of the box and see how it goes with the content that's already there. I don't know, I can't decide which family I'm going to take for a spin. I like the feel of werewolves, but they do play quite simply with that extra move.
With the skateboard.
With the skateboard, that's right. I think the different monster families will lend different strategies to deal with the MSUG agents. So that's exciting. For those of you who've been following along on our Gotcha Backer series, you'll know that we obviously received this one a little while ago, just before Christmas. We finally got a chance to unbox it in the new year. We did get Rival Restaurants before Christmas, so there are a few things on the horizon to arrive on deck, I should say. But we're looking forward to getting more and more content. Ganesh is back in stock. For those of you looking for Dune Imperium, I'm sorry, it is sold out. You will have to be quicker next time, but you can put in a back order for that item if you wish. Just hit us up at orders@hpgaming.com.au. Now, we've also got to thank our Patreon subscribers as well for all their support, so thank you so much. If you want to jump on board and catch up with the videos before they're released to general public, you can jump onto the address on your screen, www.patreon.com/hpgamingau, and you will get all sorts of goodies when you join our gamer army, including, if you're within Australia, free express shipping upgrades on all your orders, absolutely free of charge, which is amazing. So jump on board on that one. You get exclusive access to our pledge managers for our Kickstarters as well, which is awesome. Other than that, folks, if you have any questions for me or for Charlotte, you can always hit us up on the website, or for Blair as well, hpgaming.com.au. And as I said before, if you're looking to get orders in on stuff, or even with the pledge managers on Kickstarter, jump on board a Patreon, you get access to that as well. So you can order your goodies of that and have your own Kickstarter account, which is awesome. Until then, folks, we are going to play some games while they're still asleep, try and get another couple of plays in, maybe even play a couple of video games as well, who knows. We are enjoying 2021 so far. We hope you are too, wherever you are in the world. Please stay safe and stay healthy, and get back to the table very, very soon. We'll see you very soon. Until then, though, folks, it is bye for now.